Milan, Mulan, tomato, tomato. Yeah, I hear people always correcting me all the time. I just don't get it. Not really in high school anymore. But you know what we're going to talk about? We're going to talk about KTM and some of the new things they brought to the show coming up next on the Radio 690 ADV. KTM North Texas is your headquarters for everything KTM and your one-stop shop. Hey guys, Joe here, 690 ADV. Are you looking for a new KTM bike? Yeah, they got them. They got adventures, enduros, dirt, racing, street, parts and service? Yeah, they got it. KTM North Texas is one of the largest aftermarket parts suppliers and repair shops in the state of Texas. Yeah, Texas. They don't just service KTM. They service most every major brand out there. If you're needing a fix or just getting race ready, you needing some new gear? Yeah, KTM North Texas, they got it. From helmets to jackets, pants, boots, goggles, tires, rims, new plastics, and so much more. So if you want great deals and to be treated just like family, don't wait. Call 817-275-2228 or text 682-465-6637. Or you can just email Bert directly at bert@slmracing.com. Don't forget, tell him 690 ADV sent you. That way you get your discount. Hey, what is going on, everybody? Joe here, Radio 690 ADV. Thanks for tuning in. Happy Sunday. You probably noticed that there was no Thursday podcast. Well, here's the deal. I got a lot going on. There's just not enough hours in the day. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to combine the Thursday and Sundays together and just turn it into a Sunday podcast. Unless you guys just really like the Thursday podcast, let me know if you do. I'll try to keep it going, maybe just do some short segments or something like that. But I just don't have enough time. I just got too much stuff going on. And I just cannot, I just can't seem to find the extra time to do 2 podcasts, 2 videos, and all these extra things that are out there. I sure do enjoy them. I wish that I could do this and make this into a living, but it's not going to happen, at least not anytime soon. And I just really don't make any money off this stuff, so I just do it just strictly out of my own makings. So tune into Sundays, because Sundays is probably going to be the main podcast. I'm going to try to make them a little bit longer and make them a little bit more in depth and a little bit more interesting, or the best I can. But anyway, yeah, quite funny. You know, YouTube. I know you heard me do the intro, tomato, tomato, Milan, Mulan, whatever. You know, people are always looking for little things out there to try to pick at you, and, you know, it just cracks me up. You know, people trying to find little mini flaws in something because they just have nothing better to do. It just absolutely blows my mind. It cracks me up. It makes me laugh, and I just think it's entirely too much funny. But anyway, like I said, I did the video on Friday. I said the Milan show. I speak fast at times. I know it comes out. I know that it's Milan. It's not Mulan. I didn't roll my O's. But whatever, however you want to identify it, fantastic, awesome. But anyway, KTM, very good stuff. You know, they came out, they did a couple of things. Not only that, people with the Husky line as well. We all know that that's KTM. Good stuff. Good stuff came out of the motorcycle show. The one thing is Friday's rant and ride, KTM 390 Adventure. Great bike. From what I can tell, looks very cool. I need a little more digging in. I'm going to try to get with KTM North Texas and see if they have any skinny on that bike, and if there's an R edition coming. I thought that was really the biggest flaw, is that there was no R. It's just kind of like the 790, where they had the 790S and the 790R. You know, I get it. It's always street first with adventure bikes. If you don't know that, then you have been riding long enough. But I think there was a lot of disappointment with that. I really do. I think a lot of guys were hoping for, two different versions. To me, I just really think that we need to just stop, and correct me if I'm wrong, with, if we're making adventure bikes, let's really make them 50-50 bikes. I mean, do you not agree with that? Make them just as much dirt as they are street, and let's give them what they need to perform on both. And we can do that because it has been done, and I get it that they're making two different models. But at the end of the day, I mean, come on, man. It's an adventure bike. Adventures really need to be taken to the next level. It's not 70 street, 30 dirt. To find all those great and fantastic places, you're going to have to get up the beaten path. It's just the way it is. So you got to give it a little bit more than just, the standardized stuff. And I just say I would rather pay more, and you tell me what you think. You can put it down below in the comments or whatever. Email me if you want, 690adv@gmail.com. But I mean, do you not agree? Do you not agree that we need motorcycles to do what we want them to do? And it's funny because it's like we find controversy and we find flaw and we find issues when we hear a motorcycle that comes in, like, oh man, it didn't have this. Or, oh man, it didn't have that. And I get they can't give us everything that we want. But do you not agree that with a 19-inch front and a 17-inch rear that they really kind of missed it? This is KTM for God's sake. They're the king of motorcycles when it comes to off-road. And I just think that they missed it. I mean, I really do. I really think that they missed it. And I think, with that type of bike in a 390 at the lower spectrum of the adventure bike class, you're going up against the 310, the 300, the 250s. And granted, I think this bike is going to absolutely do fantastic. I think it's going to be probably best in class. It's going to win out. It's going to do fantastic things. You're going to sell a boatload. Come on, man. MSRP is $61.99. Do the math on that, man. That's KTM. That's cheap for a KTM. And I know that you can swap them out. Everybody's made a lot of posts on the video saying that the spoke wheel is, going to be available and all this stuff. But come on, man. It needs to be at least a minimum of a 21-inch front end tire. 18 would have been fantastic on the rear, but a 17 will work. I just think that we just are at an age that we need to kind of cut the middleman out and just build these bikes for what everybody's really truly wanting. Because even though you have a 21-18 rear, it's going to be fantastic on the road. Not everybody's a MotoGP rider. People like to do the twisties, they like to ride, they like to, bump around. But the problem is if you have the 21-18 or 21-17, you can still do what you do with the 19-17. Just give it that little bit more. I don't know. I'm confused. I don't get it. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense. And like I said, I'm a KTM guy. Now, that aside, I think they did a fantastic job on the other stuff. I thought they nailed it with the price. They missed it with the tire size. Everything else, I think they did a pretty good job. I mean, a little more gas, 3.8 gallons. Come on, 4.5, man. Give it 4.5. The TFT display, Bluetooth, the seat looks pretty good. The frame looks pretty good. The looks look pretty good. I mean, overall, it's an 80% win in my book. There's just a few things that I think they missed on, but I think, the biggest thing is going to be the dollars, the money. And at $61.99, they're gonna have a hard time keeping those in stock. They're gonna sell a boatload of them, and it's gonna be perfect from new riders all the way to whoever the heck wants to get on that bike and take off. Now, next, I don't want to beat on that drum too hard. Great bike. We need an R. KTM, I know that they're going to do it. It's just not going to happen right now. They'll probably wait till the 2021 edition. You heard it first. 690 ADV. I got also asked about the Husky, the 701 LR. I had a lot of people make posts and ask me what I thought about it. I think it's a great looking bike. I really do. And I think my biggest issue with what it is basically it looks like they just took the Rally Raid kit and changed it a little bit and then slapped it on the side of that bike and then said, hey, here you go. 701 long range, biff, bam, boom. I mean, everyone's like, why didn't they do that with the 690? They didn't do it with the 690 because that's not what the 690 is about. They did it with the 701 because it's not the KTM direct brand, and you can get that stuff anyway. You could still get it even with the Husky brand. Anyway, to me, it's like, people are like, oh man, I want that 6 gallons. 6 gallons of fuel adds a lot of weight. It's around 7 and change pounds per gallon. So, I mean, that's an extra, 20 some odd pounds to the bike. Everybody says it's all you hear all the time from Facebook and all these guys. It's a pig. It's huge. It's blah, 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 blah. At the end of the day, you have to have some weight in order to achieve some of the things that you need to achieve. And I don't care what you say. I don't care how bad you want to sit there and hammer and bash on me. I'm right. I've been in it. I've been out in it. And I've got tons of stuff to show all the things to prove my instance is right. And you get all these guys that sit there and run their mouth about this stuff. The lighter the bike, the more miserable it is on the road. But the heavier the bike, the more miserable it is off-road. So you've got these scales that you're trying to sit there and balance out, and you can only do so much. There's just only so many things that you can do. So you need some weight to make sure that you can hit the road, but you got to make sure that your weight is set at a certain level so that when you're off-road, it's not too cumbersome to actually do what you want to do. So you get all these guys going, oh man, you need a 300 or you need a 500 or a 501, man, that's the perfect unicorn bike. No, it's not, because on the road, it's a piece of crap. It's brutal. It's awful. It's going to beat you down. It's not going to be even remotely comfortable. And it's just going to be absolutely brutal. It's going to shake. It's going to bump. It's going to move. If you're on the actual interstate, you're going to be all over the place in any crosswinds. Even the 690, I've been on it and done it, and it's even hard on that bike, and it's 60 pounds heavier. You just have to have weight. I don't care what anyone says. You got to have some weight if you want to do some highway miles. I'm talking adventure traveling. Enduro, it doesn't matter. Enduro is basically 70% dirt, 30% street. That's what enduro is, man. That's not getting out and 50-50 riding like adventure traveling. Adventure traveling is really being able to get on the road, knock down a bunch of miles, but also be able to knock down a bunch of miles off-road. And that's where everything's get missed. You've got all these people that have all these theories and notions and all these things, and in all reality, there is a compromise for everything. You got to have a little bit of weight in your dirt bike in order to do it if you want to get on the street. But you don't want too much weight, because when you get off-road, well, the rest, I've said it 50 times, I'm not going to beat a dead horse. So, back to the 701 LR. I think it's a cool concept. I think it's pretty neat. I think it's great that Husky did that, / KTM, since it's really a KTM that's actually building that bike. I think it's cool. I didn't see what the MSRP is on it. I don't know what it is, but I think where the MSRP is sitting, you could actually take a 690 and put a Rally Raid kit on it. Achieve the same thing. I just, keep them light, keep them tight, do them right. I don't know. I think it's a nice bike. I'm just, I don't know if that's really what I want. I don't know if I'd want a bike that's 6+ gallons and it's pretty much the same as my 690. I like my 690 where it's at 3 gallons. I do, strap on a little extra fuel. It keeps it light. It's just almost heavy enough. Maybe it could use a little bit more weight in the front end on the highway riding. I do have a stabilizer. It does help out a lot. But that's the reason I bought it. I didn't buy it because, I need to be able to do the highway miles, but I also want to do be able to do the off-road stuff too. And yes, the 690, as much as everybody says it's big, it will do anything the 500 will do. Now here's the deal. I may not beat you, but I will go anywhere you will go. Make no mistake about it. But on the highway, let's trade off. Tell you what, I'll follow you off-road, you follow me on-road, and we'll see where it all ends up. It's going to weigh out to, it's going to be an even battle straight across the board. And I know there's guys, oh no, it's not. You're not even going to make it out of the dirt. Yeah, I will. So, but anyway, so on to the 2 bikes, the 390, I think it's totally going to be a success. I was a little disappointed no R edition, but that's okay. It is what it is. KTM has a plan. They usually do a great job at what they do. We'll see. We'll just, the future is upon us. We'll find out. 701 LR, I think is a cool bike. I think it's too much fuel. I think it's a little too heavy for what it's going to be. But you know what? I love it. Change things up, bring us new stuff, and that makes it great. And that's what's so great about motorcycles is it's a great day and age to be into motorcycling and dual sporting and adventure riding. Anyway, like I said, Thursday podcast, I'm pretty much going to phase that out unless you guys really want me to do it. If not, if I don't hear anything from you guys, I'm just going to let it go. We're just going to do Sundays. But I do appreciate you. If you haven't subscribed, don't forget, hit subscribe, be part of the channel. Don't forget, 690adb.com and youtube.com/690adb. You can check out all of our videos and stuff like that. We got some new stuff coming, man. We're really going to work on it over the holidays. We got some pretty cool stuff. We're really going to be digging into our gear. Other than that, be safe, go ride. Weather's changing. It's getting really cool out right now. So go out and have a good time. Just make sure you're paying attention. Anyway, I thank you so much. And we'll see you next Sunday. You guys have a great weekend. 690 out.